Hello and welcome to a new HiCAD short clip. In this video, I would like to show you the new features for beam insertion and drawing derivation. As of HiCAD 2025 Service Pack 1, new options are available for the insertion of beams and the automatic drawing derivation of beams and plates. When using the Insert New Beam function, it is now possible to define the corresponding processing plane when inserting the beam. This allows the insertion direction of the beam to be determined directly. As you can see, it is now possible to select any plane in which the beam is to be inserted before entering the endpoint. And, for vertical beams, so-called columns, you can clearly see in our example that selecting the plane without leaving the function is of great advantage. This way, you can quickly achieve the desired result while the beam insertion dialog is still open. Now we select the required plane for the horizontal beams, the so-called girders, and then we are finished with the first step, that is, inserting the beams. After that, the inserted beams are processed and mounted together with the available steel engineering connections. Another highlight in Service Pack 1 are the new additional options for drawing derivation. The first new feature for drawing derivation concerns the unprocessed beams. For unprocessed beams, in many cases only the BOM data is sufficient and the production drawings are not needed. In this case, the configuration editor has a setting for the drawing derivation of unprocessed beams. Depending on whether the cuts are defined as processings, it can now be set that the production drawings for the unprocessed beams are not created. In our case, the columns of the platform are not processed. According to the setting in the configuration editor, the cuts are no processings, which means that the views for these two beams should not be generated in the workshop drawing. When the workshop drawing is created, it can be seen that the beams with item number 111 are not detailed in the workshop drawing. If a workshop drawing is to be created for the unprocessed beams, there is a setting in the configuration editor that is controlled by the processing node attribute. If the attribute on the beam is assigned the set value, in our case, the value is production, then the production drawing or the view in the workshop drawing is created for these beams. Here you can see that the workshop drawing for the beams with the item number 111 has been generated. In Service Pack 1, there is another new feature in the field of drawing derivation, and this affects the position of the steel engineering plates in the production drawings, depending on the position of the powder marking lines or the lettering. It is well known that the position of the plates is based on the part coordinate system or the part orientation. Of course, only if the part orientation is defined. Here we see that the top view of the plate within the workshop drawing is based on the part coordinate system. To distinguish this, I have defined a punch mark on the front of the plate. Now we place the lettering at a random position on the plate. The lettering is defined using the text editor with the attribute item number. Then there is the setting in the configuration management that the position of the plate when creating the workshop drawing is oriented to the side on the lettering or the powder marking lines. We now see that when the workshop drawing is created, the top view of the plate is oriented according to the position of the lettering. And, just for information, if powder marking lines and lettering are positioned on different sides of the plate, the position of the lettering takes precedence when the production drawing is created. That was a brief overview of the innovations in the field of beam insertion and drawing derivation in HiCAD 2025, Service Pack 1. Thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.